I don't know though.
Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 2755 Southeast 98th Avenue here in Portland. Located the front of the basement here, just before the foundation wall. Dropping into a 4-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running, we are zeroed out, off we go. Alright, going into some standing water. I do have a bathtub running right now, putting pretty high volume down the line, so we'll see how this looks when it drains out at the end. Line's transitioning here to 6-inch 3034 PVC pipe. All right, there's the main there at about 45 feet. We're going to go locate that really quick while the line drains out, and we'll have a better look at things as we come back in. All right, located the camera head. Line terminates on Southeast 98th Avenue, and the line here does essentially a dead straight shot to the main. Where I picked that locate up and look back at the house, I'm just about staring right back where the clean out is, where the line would pop through the front foundation wall. And the line here is just about done draining. By the time we get back to the bellied area, the line should be fully drained, so we're not getting a overly exaggerated version of the belly.
I've seen copper, PVC, and a little bit of yellow.
All the PVC pipe there looks great, drains off beautifully. All the joints are good and tight. So the belly dissipates off here right about where the test tee comes in. That tie in there that's kind of on the left side of the screen is just a test tee connection, diagnostic tool used when the line's first installed. So drained out, that belly there has got about 2 inches. I can just barely get the water line to pull down below the camera lens, so you're right around 2 inches of standing water. So that does reach my threshold for recommending a repair. Once you've got about 1 inch of water for 5 feet is where I typically start recommending repairs. So there's enough standing water here to potentially cause issues. So this is out in the front yard. I had to push past the turn a little bit, but I tried to adjust for that with my markings. Hoping to get a little clearer depth here. My depth there at the start of the belly was jumping around a little bit, between about 11'5". At one point I got 14 feet. It's a very deep line, kind of a trickier one to locate. So it's one I would recommend relocating before doing any digging, just to double check. Yeah, getting a similar kind of wonky reading here at the latter end of the belly. Getting between 11 and 13 feet deep. Most consistent depth is around 10'5" to 11 feet, so that's one that I'm not putting depths down for a reason. It needs to be relocated before doing any digging. But the depth here would not surprise me. We're coming out here at basement floor level, which is already deep. And then you can see this vertical drop we're going through right now. I mean, we go from 14 feet down to dang near 20. So yeah, down to the 12-foot mark, 13-foot would not surprise me one bit. So anyway, it is a belly I would like to see repaired, but with the configuration of the line, the pipe material, that's the kind of belly there that generally speaking is going to act up on you if the line is not being treated nicely. These folks have managed to keep the line pretty clean. So a lot of that is based on how the homeowner's treating things. If you're putting wipes, paper towels, things like that down the line, obviously you want to keep those out. Balled up toilet paper is another one. So, but under proper usage scenarios, I don't foresee much in the way of problems existing there. So it's mostly if you have a large household with little kids in it, you know, and or anyone that has a bad habit of putting improper stuff down the line. Everything there is intact. Nothing is broken. All the joints have held up. So right now we're going backwards toward the stack at the back of the basement right now. All right, that's as far as we're going to go there. We're sitting, looks like right underneath the stack right now. This is where the line necks down to that looks like the laundry drain tying in there. So another spot with some standing water going back under the floor. Nowhere near as significant as the one on the outside here. We'll see how this thing looks when we pull back through it. So it dissipates out around 13 feet here. That turn is deceiving. It kind of makes the camera go under just because of the way that it articulates the camera head. You've got about a 1/4 inch of water here. That wire line hits the base of my camera lens and doesn't go any further than that. So that one there is too minor in my opinion to need repairs. That's one of those bellies that would take quite a lot of consistent abuse to ever lead to a problem. Heavy abuse would get it there. And it runs from around 8 feet to 13 feet. Anyway, if any repairs do end up happening, I recommend re-scoping. You want to do that re-scope after the trench is closed, especially when you're working with depths like this. A lot of weights on top of the line. As we sit here today, it's a clean line. It's a line I would write up as functioning but draining slower than it should due to the belly out there. That slower drain is what can lead to buildup and blockages. In this case, more so under, again, abusive situations. Proper folded toilet paper type usage, no grease wipes, flushable wipes, stuff like that. Treated right. I don't see any reason why the line won't function. It's a bigger concern though when you have kids and it's hard to control what's going down the line. So if you do have a household like that, I would recommend if it doesn't get repaired, re-scoping in a year to check for buildup. And you could always clean as needed if necessary, but it's worth taking a second look because every household does live different from one another. All the pipe camera there, all updated, everything's intact, no broken pipe.